Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. This is going to be a card of the day, and I've got my phrase deck here. So depending on what it is, might need to get a couple more cards for a whole paragraph, but in the meantime, I'm just going to shuffle them a little bit more. I did already clear and shuffle them, and we'll see what we get. I think there's still some cards that are backwards in this deck. It happens a lot, and they're hard to see. But if I find one, maybe we'll need that one. They're so bright and crispy. I should point out that these are made out of the index. Well, they were technically invitation cards, but they're made out of the cards that came with the matching envelopes that I bought. Get my hands on this thing here. I bought a crap ton of envelopes for my chapbook packs, and these are the cards that came with them, because I only really needed the envelopes, but as you can see, one will always find a use for index card type things that are brightly colored. So those are like synchronicity stimulus packets. They've got some of my dark poetry in them, and these little mini books with pictures on it, and then little art cards and small drawings just folded up right in there. And it's like throwing down a couple of these cards or charms, because there's different images and words on there, and it'll just to help the universe give you a little poke on the head and say, hey, what's up? So those are for sale in my Etsy shop, and they're about the cost of a greeting card. They're like $3.50 each, but if you get 3 or more of them, you can use that coupon code 3star17 and you get 17% off. It's my way of having stuff discounted for multiples when Etsy won't really let me do that the way that I prefer to. Okay, speaking of which, pay attention to time shifts and synchronicities, perhaps a significant time zone. So, like I was saying, those chapbook packs, I have like 600 of them. Here's some more different envelopes. I said they're like a synchronicity stimulus packet in this card that came out. Pay attention to time shifts and synchronicities. Now, time shift is extremely important because I just had this thing where I passed out for several hours after waking up fairly early in the morning, and I was literally on a different timeline. I woke up where I had been hit by some kind of utility truck and had been in a coma, and I'm almost 39, and in the alternate timeline, I was only 20, and my parents looked really young, and there was like an extra sibling that I don't have, or 2 extra siblings that I don't really have, and the house was all different, and there's something like really bugging me about that. Like, what the hell was, like, what was the point of that? Like, maybe I would never have woken up from the coma if I hadn't gone out of body into that timeline. And there's a thing where, the different versions of you in different timelines, different dimensions, past versions of you, future versions of you, adjacent versions of you, where you've got like a metal eyebrow, or, you weigh 5 pounds less, or you got a different job. All of those timelines are all happening at the same time. We just experience time linearly. So the thing is, like, when something changes for one of them, it kind of like travels up to our like unified soul, to our higher self, and then it kind of filters back down to everybody. It's like shooting off a firework, and then like little bits of the charred paper land in everybody's yard. It's, everybody, like, they either hear something or they see something. So whether we understand what's actually happening or not, it's like, hey, what's this? it's a synchronicity. It might show up like if you didn't remember the dream, put dream in quotes, of being out of body, you wouldn't know that something had happened. But you might just keep seeing the number like 6:53 on the clock every time you look at it, or every time you look at the gas it says 2:29, and then you look at your phone and you've got, 2 messages and 29% battery left. It's like, what? And you open your social media and you've got, 2 likes and 29 comments. It's like seeing the same number over and over again, but you might not know what it means. But it's paying attention to it. So this significant time zone thing is an alternate meaning, but there's something happening to timelines that have been very vague because of all this Aquarian energy, and I think that it's like all these like pickup sticks that have gotten spread out all over the place are finally starting to like be put into some kind of coherent pile, and it's being cleaned up on all these different timelines that we exist as like a unified soul on. And I think there's a little bit of bleed through, or at least there's gonna be, I want to say probably until like December-ish, whenever Uranus goes direct in Taurus. I think it's December, but if it's not December, then it's January. So there's gonna be like the veil is gonna be like thinner for several weeks. So pay attention. If you have a weird dream like that, then you might be operating at a different timeline, and there's some kind of information that's being changed or exchanged or revised. I mean, that was a better dream than the one where I was failing all my classes, even though I graduated from college like 16 years ago and I never failed any classes. So it's just like really frustrating. I'm like, why do I keep having those dreams? Well, duh, maybe there's an alternate me that really needs some help overcoming that problem, right? If there's you where you do everything right, then there's you where there's too much going on and you can't concentrate. Okay, so I'm going to end it there because it's a little bit long, but hopefully that was enough to explain it. Alright, so if you want to get a personal reading, the readings that I offer are going to be in the description box underneath there. If you're trying to get more information on this kind of reading, I would recommend either Roadblock Moguls or the Past Life reading. If you found this helpful or interesting, you can donate energy exchange, hit that tip jar, PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. I've got dark poetry, I've got coloring books, I've got those chapbook packs over on Etsy, 3star17, that coupon code. I've got merchant prints on Cafe Press and DeviantArt. I've got social media, my email here if you want to get a reading or ask me some questions. And everything here is through my link tree. That's linktr.ee/CATtheMinion. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, check out my playlists tab, my discussion tab, and stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye.